I still can't sleep at night because of the eyes. They were black, empty, and they sucked the light out of the room. I grew up in a small village in West Africa. My village was surrounded by a dense forest, where we'd hunt and gather food. As kids, we were warned not to stray too far into the forest, especially at night. We were told that the forest was home to evil spirits and wicked creatures. But I never believed those stories. I thought they were just old wives' tales meant to scare us into behaving. That was until I met the wicked prince named Prince Solefo. It happened when I was 16. Our village was hosting a big festival to celebrate the harvest season. People from neighboring villages were invited, and we were excited to show off our music, dance, and food. One evening, as the festival was winding down, I saw a group of strangers arrive. They were dressed in fancy robes and carried themselves with an air of superiority. Our village elder approached them and started talking. That's when I saw him, the wicked prince. He was tall, with piercing black eyes that seemed to bore into my soul. He smiled, but it wasn't a friendly smile. It was a cold, calculating smile that made my skin crawl. Our village elder introduced the wicked prince as the son of a neighboring king. King Dawuni, he said the prince had come to our village to learn about our customs and traditions. But there was something off about the prince. He seemed to be watching us, studying us, like we were insects under a microscope. And those eyes, they seemed to be sucking the light out of the room. As the night wore on, the prince started to ask questions. He wanted to know about our village's history, our myths, and our legends. He seemed particularly interested in our stories about the forest and the evil spirits that lived there. I remember feeling uneasy as I listened to the prince's questions. It was like he was probing for something, searching for a weakness. And then, just as suddenly as he had arrived, the wicked prince vanished. He excused himself, saying he needed to attend to some business, and disappeared into the night. The next morning, we woke up to find that several of our villagers were missing. They had vanished in the night, leaving behind only their belongings. We searched the forest, but there was no sign of them. It was like they had been swallowed up by the darkness. And then, we found the eyes. They were carved into the trunk of a tree, staring out at us with an unspeakable malevolence. They were the wicked prince's eyes, and they seemed to be watching us, waiting for us. We knew then that the wicked prince was not what he seemed. He was something ancient, something evil, and he had taken our villagers. I never saw the wicked prince again, but I never forget those eyes. They haunt me to this day, and I know that I'll never be able to shake them off. So, if you ever find yourself in those woods, and you see a pair of black eyes staring back at you, don't hesitate. Run.